Okay. Seems to be working better now. Seems better. Hello. I'm doing good. Hope you guys are doing good too. Just a little tired. Ah. Is it morning? No, it's early morning. Like 2 in the morning. It's 9 a.m. over here? Beautiful. What difficulty is this? What? I don't put it on any difficulty. It's just Divergent Universe reset. Yeah, March can be a main or sub, probably. Oh, trash. Thank you, Knight of Beauty, for the 500 cosmic fragments. Whoops, I did not mean to reset that one. As a Phaedon main, Dawn Hung feels more exciting than March. That's understandable. I have both Phaedon and a Cassie comp, so... But if March doesn't work with Cassie, to be honest, I just don't see myself pulling her. I mean, the people who say Hoyo hates male units are on complete cope. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I've been saying this for a while now. Like, male units and female units are just as meta as each other. They don't purposely cuck kits for characters off of that shit. I feel like I enjoy HSR more when I don't go on X. Everyone is just doom posting the hell out of this game. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Like, even Genshin players are clowning HSR for not having as much content. And it's like, don't get me wrong. I literally made a video complaining about the events in this game. But you are comparing an open world game to a turn-based casual game just made for people who are employed on mobile devices. Like, we cannot be serious. Who do you like more, Saridra or Cypher? In lore, at least for right now, Cypher pretty easily. For Goon, probably Saridra, I don't know. I haven't really gooned all that much, so... This is literally just fucking Phaedon. Is this a male only account? No. I just don't have Tribby or Ruan May. I don't do those types of things. What I get it? I get an E3 my day and an E2 Sunday with this huge. Is there relics you can farm for Cyrene right now? I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know. I have no clue what Cyrene is gonna do. She's 3 patches away. There's probably gonna be 1 or 2 more relic sets released in that time period. Just try not to stress about it too much. Nice, Draco. What the fuck? I guess that's a negative curio or something. Yeah, I actually like the Dawn Hung design. I don't know. I can understand how people wouldn't like it, but I can't relate, you know what I'm saying? Hello, Matt. Horn with tail looks cool, yeah. He also has a cleaner weapon too. Cleaner weapon, badass summon, tail, different design. Hope they give him some half decent animations too. What do you think of WuWa vertical investment? I don't think there's much for me to say. What do I farm? Vertical investment in WuWa is like, I don't know. I don't like vertical investment in WuWa because of how niche some characters are. For DPSs specifically, though, it's pretty solid. They've, like, compared to the version 1 DPSs, like, Cartethia fucking shits on them in terms of sequence investment. Like, it's not even close. So it'll probably be the same going forward. It's like horizontal equals vertical. It's not that much of a difference. Vertical in WuWa is still worse than horizontal. Like, it's not HSR levels. Like, in HSR, well, you know, you do have your Cassies. You know what I'm saying? You do have your Cassies, where you get, like, a Hyacine or something like that. But let's say Phanon, for example. This is someone whose vertical investment is way better value than his horizontal, right? Because this E2 is insane. Even though Cartethia has, like, the most broken sequence investment in the entirety of WuWa, it's still better to get Chacona than it is to go into her vertical investment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, unfortunately, or fortunately, horizontal investment in WuWa is still better than vertical. I mean, you need to just stop caring about ship wars, man. I've been known since I was in the JJK community. Like, holy fuck, shipping is so, like, toxic. Like, I remember people used to clown people for, like, power scaling and shit, but, like, I'd much rather talk to power scalers than shippers, bro. Any fucking day. At least with power scaling, oh my fucking god. Like, why? Just give me another crit, man. At least with power scaling, like, people are arguing about what's in canon. Shippers, 90% of the time, it's just headcanon versus headcanon. Sometimes headcanon isn't even the right term. Like, they're just fucking imagining things. Straight up fanfic, yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, bro. Like, damn. it really puts into perspective like what some people lose sleep over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you care this much about Cyrene holding Kalis's hand for fucking 1 or 2 seconds to beat Iron Tomb? Like, are we serious, bro? Like, we got entire think pieces being dropped on Twitter about how Cyrene let's all be honest, right? Every time I see any discussion on Cyrene, no one actually cares about Cyrene. They just call her Elysia. Over and over again, they just use Cyrene as Elysia to spread their agenda. It's like, bro, it's the same way Phanon is a different character from Kevin. Like, I heard Kevin in High 3 or Honkai Impact. Apparently he has a canonical girlfriend. Yet you see me having no issues with the My Day Phanon shipping with this character. It's because they aren't the same character. Alright, guys. Okay, so what is my Phanon's current orb? Yeah, that's pretty hard to beat. I need every single roll to go into crit. Fuck, man. If you give me one more roll, I'll just take it, man. I'm just so tired. I've been farming for weeks for a physical damage orb. Please just get this over with. Don Hung is not gonna use Rudolink, guys. Let me just get rid of all my Scholar. There's literally no one on this account using Scholar. Except for My Day. And I already have a fully built My Day. Wind damage, I don't give a shit. Anything with only one crit roll is getting fucking put in the slammer. Garbage. 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 Just like... I haven't made a video on it. Oh my god. Like, bro. I'm actually gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it, bro. You guys don't understand. I have been farming this one fucking domain for 2 weeks. 2 entire weeks. And I have yet to get one double crit physical orb. Like, I'm actually starting to lose it. This is what happened to me with the Herda all over again. Like, I'm not even saying, like, good rolls double crit. Like, no. I just haven't gotten a single double crit orb. Like, even an attempt before the rolls. It's like, oh my god, man. Attack orb might be goaded on Don Hung. I don't think Don Hung is going to use anything for damage. Because the summon is probably going to scale off of Phanon and not himself. I mean, maybe. Hello, Sodic. I got so lucky with Miyabi and Prolova equipment. Look, it's insane. Nice. Wait, why is Luocha here? I was so confused for a second. Play Doom Eternal. I don't have the energy, man. I'm already playing a lot of gachas. I truly just don't have the energy. I think I just did a mistake. Okay, I just fucked that up. I used the ult too early. For some reason, I thought it was Sunday's turn. Play Ultra. I just can't play anything, man. Like, you gotta understand. I'm playing 3 HSR accounts, and I'm playing WuWa right now too. Plus IRL shit, plus uploading videos. Like, I need some free time to myself without, like, doing any of that stuff. Please hit. Oh, okay, Factorize, nice. Is E0 Ceredra still good for Phanon? I don't have Robin, and Saber stole my Sunday. Ruan May is in my Super Break team. Well, yeah, Ceredra is still best in slot for Phanon. I don't think anyone ever argued whether or not she's good for Phanon. It's just whether or not she's good in general. Thanks, Goonimaru. I don't goon, but no problem. Where's Shira's video? Oh, right. Didn't they say they were gonna upload a video showing that Ceredra is like, what, over 35% better than even the second best option? And that it can be up to 60%? Did they not upload the video yet? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we're ever getting that video. I don't think it's happening because it's just not real. I don't think that's possible at all. I feel like if it was possible, like HOS probably would have already made a video on it. I said before, it would be understandable if they were comparing E0S1. Because if you, like, Robin and Tribby's S1s are garbage, at least for Phanon. Like, they don't compare to Ceredra's Lycone value for herself. So if it's like E0 S1s against each other, then yeah, I could see Ceredra being like 35-40% versus the other two. But if it's like E0 as zeros, nah. I just don't see it. The only annoying thing is I have to wait until 3.6 to give this guy a fucking decent sustain. Oh. I'm one copy off of Gallagher E2. I got him randomly on a 10 pull. I just need that E2, man.
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
Never believed in She-Ra anyways. I mean, in my opinion, they're a better player than me. But I just can't, like, imagine it at all, right? I mean, then again, I feel like anyone can be more intelligible than me if they have access to private servers. Like, if you actually know how to work a private server so you can test shit, like, you're just light years ahead of anybody else easily. Because you can just keep spawning shit in and changing shit up. You don't need a sustain. I just want a sustain so I can run or put one of the supports on my days team. That's the biggest problem this account has right now. I only have one team buffer, which is Robin, and she goes into a Phanon team. Get access to the private server. It's not about getting access to it. It's about learning the 1 bajillion different commands and getting through all the bugs that a private server has at the same time. And I just don't want to bother learning that. Sounds like a skill issue. It is. Ugh. Man, next patch just feels so filler. I haven't felt like this since 2.4 Jiaoqiu Yunli. We said that about Hyacine's patch. This is worse than Hyacine's patch. Like, dead ass, this is actually worse. We got two of the nichest possible limited releases in a single patch. One to the dot archetype that gets a refresh every year, and the first harmony in the game that's only best in slot for two characters. This is actually like buns. If it weren't for Sarid, like, the only thing that makes me semi like 3.5 is just Saridra and her design. It's the only thing saving it for me. Reruns could have been better. Yeah, reruns are Kafka and Silverwolf too. Like, you guys need to understand, like, this patch and a half is so trash. It's insane. Like, really think about it, right? The next this current half patch and the next patch, right? Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade. Then we get Heislands, who is huge for dot, havers. But if you're not going for dot, it's like Heislands and Kafka. And then it's Saridra and like, actually the shittiest lineup I think HSR has ever had. Like, the glow down from Phanon in a triple harmony rerun banner is actually insane. Invest in dot? No. I don't want to invest in dot at all. Dot is going to have the exact same problem that they had prior. It won't be as bad this time around because you can replace Black Swan. But like, that's literally the issue. Black Swan's spot on the dot team is so replaceable because of how much weaker she is compared to Kafka and Heislands that you're going to have to feel it for like over a year before they finally replace her with a dot limited. Like, I fucking hate niche archetypes in this game, bro. Oh, really, Kiwi? I'm gonna be completely real. I did not watch that live stream. I did. You want to know the funniest thing today? I forgot the live streams give codes. So I lost 300 jades on all my accounts. I didn't know they expired this quickly. I tried redeeming it this morning and I couldn't redeem them. Like, I didn't watch the stream. I can't be bothered watching the entirety of HSR streams, man. I just see like you know, everybody talks about the important stuff on social media, and then that's basically it.
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
I don't think Terravox will synergize with Ceredra, because no other summon synergizes with Ceredra. Dawn Hung, nah, it wouldn't work. If they do make Terravox synergize with Ceredra, I'm skipping, bro. I can't be bothered. I need to get Cyrene. I need to get Yai Sakura to replace my Day. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little one, as they say. Sunk cost Day. It isn't sunk cost if I'm openly trying to get rid of him. Like, you need to understand, I'm openly trying to get rid of an E2 DPS. It's not even Day's fault, it's just my own fault. Like, I could have gotten E1 Tribby for him, and we would have been fully in the clear. But I was greedy, so I went for E2 Phanon instead. Like, the problem with my Day is just not having Tribby. And I have no Ruan Mei. How many pulls do you have for March? What do you mean, how many pulls do I have for March? None. On basically all my accounts. I mean, my Anoxa account has pulls. Because, like, I'm just not pulling no one. My Cassie account, I think, has like 10 plus pulls. And that's it. All my accounts have like 10 pulls. Are you that bad at saving? The problem is this. Like, if I save, I'm just gonna end up missing out on 5 pulls. And, like, this isn't the only account like this. My other Cassie account is also in the same situation with, like, no embers. I'm doing just enough pulls to get embers for the 5 limited, which is what I already did, by the way. Like, I did on my main account today. I did on my Cassie account. And then my Anoxa account already has like 2 or 3k embers. So I haven't, like, my Anoxa account has the most pulls. I think it has like 20 or something. Did you use them for mats? Yeah, for Phanon. I don't know, Abdul. I truly don't know. Like, I've never seen anyone run FA Shao without Robin. And I've never bothered to see how that works. I don't think you'd ever use Windset on an E0 Fei Shao, though. Unless you're confident you can get a 0 cycle off. Like, Windset has always been something recommended for E2 Fei Shaos. Pull on Silverwolf banner. I don't want Silverwolf, though. She doesn't go in any of my teams. Like, at all. I mean, I could use her on my by day team, I guess, but like, it's still cooked. I'd much rather just put it into a Harmony or Cyrene. Like, there's just no point. Cyrene is 2 patches away from 3.5. Like, I'm just scamming myself if I accidentally get Silverwolf. Is Evan still a cheese boss? Yes, and especially yes for Phanon. Like, it's kind of crazy. It's still a safe option. I'd rather, if I'm gonna build pity on a character, it's gonna be Saridra. It's not gonna be Silverwolf. That's the only one worth building pity on for my main account because of me having Fane on. And it means I can free up like Bronya or whoever the fuck. And I can just grab Saridra's E1 on rerun. And then I can move Sunday into my day team if I really wanted to. Nice bullets. Wait for her then? Yeah, but I don't want, like, I don't want to build pity. Like, that's the thing though. Like, in general, I don't want to build pity. Unless it's just to get enough embers for this shit. I have Kafka and Black Swan, but I don't know how should I get Heislands. Just pull, bro. Just pull. If you have Kafka and Swan already, it's fine to pull. Kafka doesn't even need her light cone. In fact, funnily enough, her light cone is worse than tutorial. Like, it's fine. I only don't recommend investing into Dot for people who don't already have Kafka. Black Swan is replaceable, but if it gets to the point where you need to pull both Kafka and Heislands, is when I start not recommending it. I mean, I could see them pulling some bullshit with March with Mono Remembrance. Like, I could very easily see it. Like, they have this shit in Genshin where, like, you add one cryo character, like, 5%, more res pen or whatever the fuck, right? I'm just using, off the top of my head here. This isn't accurate. You get 2 Hydro or cryo characters, it's like 10%. And then if you get like 3 or 4, it instantly jumps to like 50%. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that with March for Mono Remembrance.
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
Like Acheron, I don't think Acheron's is as big, and it's not really the same thing. Acheron's is like what, 45%? And then if not, like, let me see. I don't think the jump is that big. Yeah, no. Like, this is not the same level. Because if you just get one nihility, it already makes up for most of the difference. What I'm saying for March, like, March is completely different. Like, I'm saying you put one remembrance you don't get a 115% jump. Instead, you only get like, I don't know, some small ass like 10-15% jump, and it continues being small increments until you get to the final piece that allows mono remembrance, and then she gets like plus 50%, and it just completely shits on anything prior to it. I don't know. I feel like, okay, is it just me? Or does everybody hate on a character's design when they get drip marketed? Like, I remember a Noxa being called an NPC, Castris, Better Wei, um, what's it called? Phanon, an NPC. Like, honestly, there are more characters who have been, like, criticized on social media for their design than people who just openly glaze. Like, even Cyrene's small model was being, like, shitted on and stuff. If Cyrene is better than Silverwolf or Acheron, the new best, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Just give it up. I'm being so serious. Just give it up. We are getting to the point in the game now where like Hyacine and Tribi alone are starting to out DPS version 2 characters. If Cyrene also has sub DPS capability with team wide true damage and action advance, that like trio chair is probably going to be stronger than running them with Acheron. Like, we just need to give it up at this point. The support team is stronger than Acheron at this point. This is basically the equivalent of like Yang Ching. Like, oh, if you give Yang Ching E1 Tribi, E1 S1 Sunday, and E1 S1 Robin, that's going to be the best in slot team. Like, she's the reason I play the game. I'll play Acheron till the EOS. True, true. I mean, I feel like after Firefly, she would probably be the next one to be buffed. Because Firefly is getting buffed early version 4. I mean, then again, Kiwi, like, you have E6 Acheron. What I'm saying doesn't really apply to you. So, I'm pretty sure Acheron has a pretty solid E6 if I remember correctly. I don't care if India calls. Oh, yeah. Wait, does it not increase her damage? Is it only for ignoring toughness? Or what? Is it like, does she only benefit from the res pen? No, I know the res pen, but I'm talking about like this second part. Like, does it only serve for toughness damage? 20 res pen for E6 is lame. That's normal. I'm pretty sure even Cassie has 20% res pen on her E6. %20 res pen. 20% res pen. Oh yeah, there you go. It's not bad. Like most characters in this game have 20% res pen and E6. Cassie's E6 is arguably worse than Acheron's. Like I'm not even trolling, by the way. This second part requires you to break enemies to actually take full advantage of it on an E6 where a character's already gonna be killing before break. Like, this is actually worse than Acheron's E6. Well, yeah, Cassie's E0 to E2 is obviously better, but hell yeah, my streamer. Three more bounces time to time is better. It just ain't, bro. It really just ain't. It just ain't, man. Cassie and E6 will have 45 res pen because of the field. What? That's not how that works. Because Acheron has res ignore on her ult. Yeah, res pen also loses value the more you get of it. Like, for example, E2 Feign on 20% res pen. E1 Bubbin 24% res pen. Theoretically, I should do 25% more damage, but because of Phaenon's E2, I tried it in MOC. It was not a 24% damage increase. It was probably like slightly less than 20% when I added a little more. That's why they added true damage. The thing is, true damage is like anything can oversaturate in this game. Even the only way something can like not oversaturate if it comes from one source, right? Like if you have one support giving you like 60 to 70% vulnerability, that's insane. But if you're stacking it up on a bunch of different like levels of investment, it's usually worse. Like you can't stack true damage. You can't like for example, if RMC gives you 50% true damage and Cyrene gives you 50% true damage, it's not going to be multiplicative. It's going to be additive, right? So, at some point, while you're stacking so much true damage, it's going to be better to put in more vulnerability or res pen or whatever the fuck, right? Sadly, that's just how it works. Also, I think true damage can't record other true damage, if that makes sense. So there's also that. Because it's like a final damaging. It's really weird, man. It's really fucking weird. Well, yeah, I already knew that Everly. I just think it's unlikely. I don't see how that makes sense for a support, like in game gameplay wise. For a support, it's incredibly likely, especially for a team buffer, for them to just have like a territory slash field that's open for like multiple turns. It's like the most common thing for supports. Defense shred is the opposite. Defense shred and defense ignore are the same thing. They're different names, but they literally do the same thing. And it caps out at 100%. So, yes, you get like better returns from defense shred if you can hit 100%, but like you can't go above it like you can with like vulnerability and other shit. And it's pretty hard. Like, if you're not using Silverwolf or Anoxa, it is very, very difficult to hit 100% defense shred. Like, it's so fucking expensive, man. Like, for example, for Phanon, what they're probably going to do, Phanon S1, Sunday E1, Dawn Hung E1, and then Saridra E1. And even that might not be enough to hit 100%. Like, it's so bad, man. I fucking hate it.
I will walk to the end with all your wills.
Pela in the Big 25, true. This is why I said I'd really prefer it if Saridra's E1 just gave you the full, like, nerf it to like 30% defense shred, but make it active at all times. Oh my god, Gabby, that's too broken. It just isn't, bro. Like, no offense, compared to every single AoE buffer harmony, 30 defense shred puts them on the same level, if not still weaker. Right? Like, version 3 hypercarry supports are still fighting against version 2 Robin E1 in terms of value, and they're still fucking losing. Like, please just buff the hypercarry supports E1. Donung SB will give 40 Vuln and 30 defense shred debuff on summon. If Don Hung could do that, he would make Hyacine irrelevant in every non-HP scaling team. Which is like maybe, but like that is that is very unlikely, guys. That is some insane amp plus the Sunday damage bonus synergy. Like, that's basically a harmony at that point. What's the kid of the feet lady from WuWa? You know? She is a sustain who amplifies heavy attack for the next incoming resonator by 50% amplification, which is the strongest outro buff for like an attribute type of damage in the game. Dawn Hung might be an Acheron buff. No. Okay. As I said earlier, calling things an Acheron buff is the equivalent to calling things a Yang Qing buff at this point. Like, anything can buff the DPS because they're just that trash. Oh, what the fuck? Don hung already 100k on JP. W. Yeah. Deserves it. Not my streamer anymore. Hey, it's true. Haven't you guys realized? Oh, Tribby's a buff. Buff Silverwolf is a buff. Cypher is a buff. Hyacine is a buff. Don Hung is a buff. The reason everything is a buff for her is because she's just outdated. The same way everything is a buff to like version 2 characters and version 1s. Yes, Irene's a buff. Says Irene's a buff, dude. True. You think they'll buff Acheron either alongside Firefly or in the next batch after her? I think they'll probably do it after Firefly. Acheron disrespect is crazy. I think this should go to like show people how even if you're like the strongest DPS on release, how things can change like so fast and so easily. Like I think this is the number one easiest way to probably stop FOMO. If your FOMO is like falling for, oh my god, this is the strongest DPS in the game, is just look at Acheron. Like no one else has released and been like as much of as a power gap as Acheron. Yet Acheron, a little over a year later, is just nowhere to be seen in like a top 5. Like, all it takes is 1 year in this game, man. Stay on that side. I apologize. Wonder why they skipped Seal? Well, one, Seal has too broken of a mechanic is the problem. It's either they buff her and people are underwhelmed, or they buff her as fairly as they did everybody else, and Seal probably goes straight to T0. Because the reality is with Seal, even if her multipliers are dog shit, the reason why people are able to get like insane zero cycles with her is because of the resurgence mechanic. So the more consistently she can kill mobs, the more consistently she can get extra turns. Which is like in a turn-based game, extra turns is always going to be broken as shit. Like this is why E2 My Day is so strong. Like usually in this game, they'll re-implement mechanics and make them stronger going forward. But notice how they've never added another character with resurgence. They've literally refused to give another character resurgence in this game. They know how broken that shit is. Break Effect is coming back version 4.x? Most likely, yes. The upcoming Elation event path, supposedly in 3.6, is related to different elemental break, damage. And then if this weren't enough, Constance is rumored to be break related, right? Last patch supports for Virgin are always made with the future version in mind. So like Ruan Mei, people were confused why she had break buffs, but then we found out about super break and early Pentagony. Sunday had summon buffs. We got Memo Sprite characters, and he was best in slot with everyone in version 3, right? So if Constance is break support, then it would basically confirm we're going back into a break meta. And then, even more proof is the fact that version 3 mirrors version 1 archetypes, meaning version 4 should mirror version 2. So, like, there are so many stars aligning to the point where it's just not coincidence. Sparkle and maybe Yai Sakura will probably be break characters. If 4.x is break, then Constance won't be break. What? Sunday buff summons, which buffs the new path. It's the same thing here. Ruan Mei had break and then supported break. They're gonna do Constance the same way, especially since she's rumored to be break related. I don't see how Tribby, like, what? Tribby is for Herda, like, only, basically. Like, Tribby is literally only for Herda. She happens to fit in a Cassie team, but, like, that's not really designated for Cassie. Just has some good HP and that's it. The Battle Pass has a break harmony Lycone. I don't know if they'd make Constance harmony. Oh, it's probably going to be in the next patch. The new Lycones, or not. Okay, which one is it? Oh, yeah. You're not wrong. That means our next harmony is probably Constance. Unless you assume they only made this for HMC, which is incredibly unlikely. Yep. I mean, I could see it. Yeah. Ruan Mei and Robin are 3 patches apart, I think. Robin was 2.2, Ruan Mei was 1.6. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible because of 3.5 to 3.8 being 3 patches apart. They do sometimes throw random Lycones in there. I mean, not really. I think every single old Battle Pass Lycone ended up synergizing with like an upcoming character. Like almost all of them. Like not best in slot, but like solid options. And adding in a new Lycone with Harmony Break when we have an upcoming break meta and likely, Sparkle and other characters are break related. I don't think that's really a coincidence with Constance on the horizon too. Ruame 2.0. It's either that or they push break sustainless. I think it goes either way. Either Ruan May 2.0 or they push break sustainless because of how good their sustainless is. Don't you think 3.8 will have two banners? No. There hasn't been any leaks at all about 3.8 having two banners. I mean, they could. But Constance has been the only leaked limited for 3.8 for like a long time now. And nothing has changed still. I mean, I'd love Rekka to release if they give him his old 4-star kit, which is being a strong as fuck remembrance healer and best of soft for my day. But otherwise, like right now, as far as we know, 3.7 will be one limited character, which is Irene. So I wouldn't be surprised if 3.8 was also one limited character with Constance. And we already know, like, what's it called? Like, people were coping for Lancer, but then in an interview, it was confirmed that Lancer is just an NPC, so he's not going to be playable. So it's not Lancer. It's likely not Rekka. Like, who the fuck else are they going to give us in Pentagony? I think it's just going to be like a single banner with reruns is the most likely scenario. Firefly is yet to have a synergistic support at E0. To be honest, you know what Break needs the most right now? It needs a Robin or Tribby. Or Cyrene. They need action advance. Like, that's kind of the biggest problem with Break. And this is why Boot Hill aged better. It's because he has Sunday. If they make an action advancing Break support, then that would be a like huge game changer for Firefly. Screwlum Cope is never gonna end. To be honest, at this point, I'm iffy on him myself. I mean, to be fair, if there's any planet where Screwlum would release, I feel like Edostar would make the most sense. But if he doesn't release an Edostar, I straight up just give up, bro.
I will walk to the end, your words, no matter the cost.
Firefly with E2 would be insane then. I mean, it wouldn't really... Okay, so like, because Firefly E2 has a cooldown, it still wouldn't be too crazy. Like, Hoyo already planned ahead with this shit because of the cooldown. Like, obviously she'd benefit from it, but it won't be anything new or special. Effect can trigger again after one turn, so... They have no confidence in him selling, and I don't blame them. I also, like, pretty strongly feel that if they release Grullum as a limited, he would sell like complete shit. As a 4-star, it would be understandable, but most people are not gonna fuck with a robot design when all they've done is give us human designs since the beginning of the game. Yeah, they need to like, it's either that or like they pull a feign on, right? Where like he has his normal base form, but then he has like this enhanced state where he just looks completely different and way more badass. Transforms into a Gundam. Do you have a Twitter account? Yes, but it's a purely goon account that I don't use for literally anything else. So no. That's kind of how it goes. Maru still doesn't have a Discord server. I'm just too lazy, man. I don't want to like force make a Discord server. I don't know. I already have enough on my plate as is. Nice, Maple. Yeah. I ran my E2 Phaenon with only Sunday and Robin with no 4th slot, and he zero cycled again like he did in the last MOC. I really just wish I had a Tribby or Cyrene for my day right now, and then I'm confident I'd be able to zero cycle on like both. Does having a Discord server take time? Well, there's that. Trusting mods, setting up an entire server, and then on top of this, like, you guys need to understand, I don't use Discord. Like, I have it downloaded on my PC because I was supposed to add Chewy and I forgot. But, like, I don't use Discord, like, at all. It's been months. I really hate social interaction, even online. I only like I've mentioned this before. Posting videos and streaming on my channel is almost like a diary of sorts. And that's basically how I treat it. Like, it's completely unfiltered. I may have, no energy or energy. Like, everything is as genuine as it gets. And I don't try to force much.
I will walk to the end of all your wills, no matter the cost.
We need badass designs in these gacha games. Um, I think, some gacha companies are just a little scared, right? Especially mainstream ones, like Hoyo and shit. Like, it's a bit more scary to go outside of the norm from the community they've already built up, right? And you can see this in ZZZ. In ZZZ, that's like the furthest they'll go in terms of like trying to be different with design. And even then, they don't even go like all too far, right? Because they're confident some people might not like it and it might end up with bad sales. Now, me personally, I won't complain about more hot women being released in these games. Like, the main reason I'm still playing WuWa is because of Chisa. I'm basically just waiting for Chisa, right? The original reason why I didn't quit Honkai Star Rail was because of Feixiao's strip market, right? So, I'm a sucker.
My childhood
Chisa will
musings.
be Glacio. It's probably so she can be negative status. Glacio's negative status still hasn't been taken. So it makes sense, especially since we haven't had a Glacio DPS since like Carlotta, right? So Chisa's gonna be in 2.8. It's like 8 versions later. I'm not really surprised. Havoc Bane, yeah, but they just released Havoc DPSs with Prolova, like Roshia can like they're gonna go through the entire thing, and then Glacio will be the furthest away from every single other element. Cause like we've gotten we've gotten Spectro with Zanny, we've gotten Arrow with Cartethia, we've gotten Fusion with the Mono Fusion comp with Lupa, we've gotten Havoc with Prolova, we're getting Electro with Augusta and Qyuan. We're gonna get another fusion being Galbrena. And so like that's like 5 elements. It's like 4 or 5 elements. Only leaving 2 left. And one of them is Glacio. So Glacio is next up on the chopping block in 2.8. Chisa might be a good partner for Acheron. True, Kiwi, true. 2.8 feels so far. It doesn't for me because of me not taking it so seriously. I haven't even touched the WuWa events. I simply logged in to do Whimpering Waste and TOA, and I just call it a day. Sometimes do dailies, I sometimes don't. You know, is what it is. I think at this point I might skip Glorb, because I just made a video on this, but like I'm kind of cutting it tight, because is huge for my account if I were to get her, and there's just no way I can get good investment into Glorb and Chisa, because it's like 2.6 2.7 Glorb, 2.8 Chisa. We all know it, right? Bullshit ass signature jumps and best in slot supports too. So
My childhood musings were so naive.
2.5 polls were so little. I don't know if I can guarantee Canarella. Yeah, those polls are. Hmm. Man, it's just funny. Like holy fuck. Fucking hell. 77 character banner polls is actually like insane. Oh wait, no, it's less. Sorry, it's like 70 or less. To be honest, what makes it worse with WuWa is the banner placement. Do you guys agree? Like, at least as of recent, the SK banner placement before Annie, Zanny and Phoebe being on the same phase, Cartethia and Chacona being back-to-back banners. Like, WuWa is pretty shameless with their banner placement. Like, really fucking shameless. Like, sometimes they don't even try to make it like two banners apart, right? Like, you get, let's say, Chacona, last phase of 2.3, and then in 2.4 Cartethia is the second phase. Like, no, they just straight up do it back to back. Yeah, Augusta and Yuno in the same patch, knowing full fucking well Yuno is gonna be best in slot for Augusta. Oh my god. Yeah, you want to? Okay, Augusta actually has it like insanely bad though. Like, it's actually worse than any other character in the game, in my opinion. Hot take. I think Augustus is the worst yet because it's back to back to back banners. Like, you really need to put that in perspective. It's Augusta, and then QU1 all in a row. Like, that shit is actually insane. How many pulls next patch? Don't know. Next patch is like over a month away. Well, at least with Prolova, it isn't as bad, right? Like, Roshia is pretty replaceable. It's mostly just Canarella. But you could also make the argument, like, once again, right? We all know it. WuWa signature jumps. You do need to put this into consideration. If they continue doing, like, Prolova level jumps and start normalizing it, like they have continuously been normalizing signature jumps over time, then, like, missing out on signatures for Augusta, and QU1 is gonna feel like shit. Pulled Prolova S3, problem solved. Yeah. Congratulations. I think it's around 300 suffer. Like, if you literally do everything, I think, if I remember correctly, I remember seeing a Reddit post on it. It's like 3 to 400. Just save better? How the fuck do you save when your entire 3 team comp is back to back to back banners? That's kind of the problem. Like, I'd actually be so fucking tilted if I was an Augusto main. Like, you have no fucking idea. Get a job, get a credit card, true. You don't need to pick up all 3. You don't need to pick up best in slot supports for a Phaenon either. Like, this argument, you don't need this, you don't need that, applies to literally every other game in existence. It's not going to change anything at all, especially with how large the signature jumps are in WuWa. Like Chakona's weapon makes like a 20 to 25% difference in a Kartethia team. If you're free to play, gotta make sacrifices. Once again, this applies to every other game in existence. And there's a big difference. Like, I think sometimes I don't realize how people have accustomed themselves to the predatory practices of gacha and can't even like mildly think of the issue with some of the most obvious problems. Like, that's not even to be like passive aggressive or anything, because like sometimes this happens to myself, but it's like, this is a game known for locking a large part of DPS's potential behind best in slot supports, and they're releasing best in slot support with DPS back to back. Both are new limiteds, and in the next patch is another best in slot support that will likely unlock the rest of her kit so that she can finally work properly. And on top of this, her signature weapon, probably 30% jump. Like, imagine Phanon ran with Ceridra. Or sorry, actually, I'll be completely accurate here. Phanon was first phase. Don Hung was second phase and wasn't free. And then Ceridra was the next banner after too. Like, just put that in your mind as an HSR player. I would have 10 videos. 10. Fucking cursing out Hoyoverse. 10 1 million Saint Tez videos, true. I know it's a gotcha game and I know it's always FOMO, but I'm just smart. It's not smart. Like, do you, do you not like see the issue that people have with, oh, just wait for a rerun, knowing full well waiting for a rerun in the gotcha space means waiting like a third to half a year of your lifetime? Like, people need to understand this. You are dedicating yourself to waiting half a year to get one support for a character you got half a year ago if you can't afford it on launch. Like, most people don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. That's why when I vertically invest into a team, I almost always do it when I have already saved up enough pulls or I'm confident I can just drop money. Because no way in fucking hell am I waiting 6 months for a rerun just to play catch up. Like, it's not smart. You're just getting taken advantage of by the company. And you're making workarounds on something that still benefits them either way. I mean, you at least are better than, like, building pity people. Like, oh my god. Bro, I got recommended a post of Star Rail Station on Reddit. This person had a guarantee, and they didn't like any of the current banner characters, and they purposely built pity because they lost their last 6 to 7 50/50s at hard pity, and then got an early Firefly. Like, you fucking fool. Why are you building pity on a guarantee for a character you don't even want? Like, building pity, in general, still looked down upon, but I can understand it, right? But on a guarantee for a character you don't want? Like, that's insane to me, bro. That's actually like next level addiction. Even I'm not that far gone.
I will walk to the end, your wills, no matter the cost.
Well, yeah, if you could build pity on the fake collab characters, obviously people would, but you can't. Like, this is the same issue I have. If it weren't for these collab banners having different pities, I'd obviously be going in for Archer. Cause E1 Archer with E1 S1 Archer with E0 S1 Sunday is actually like very solid. Like, it clears in basically the same cycles as Sparkle. Cause you get rid of one of the biggest issues playing with Sunday has, which is decreasing the amount of arrows he can use in a single turn. I mean, WuWa quite clearly cares a lot more about the new player experience than the current player one. It's pretty obvious. They reset the standard banner ticket selector for new players, and they gave new players full version 1 banners including SK. Like, on top of this, if you're a new player and you like grind it out, you're going to get like 3 to 400 pulls. Like, being a new player in WuWa, I mean, this applies to a lot of the gachas, right? Like HSR, if you really want to go through with it, you can get like 400 plus pulls in HSR too as a new player, right? But like in WuWa specifically, it is slightly more valuable because the rates are better. So you won't be spending as much pulls for 5 stars and signatures as you would in HSR, right? So WuWa's new player experience is like incredibly fucking good. But at the same time, it's like, where's the love for the people who already supported the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really exist. Oh, really, Maple? Damn. Once you hit endgame when WuWa, there's pretty much nothing to do. To be fair, isn't that the case for any gacha game? I mean, I will say, maybe things have changed. WuWa has the most boring events of all the gachas I've played. So keep in mind, I haven't played last patches and current patches events. So I could be wrong, but like when it comes to event quality, WuWa has always been complete dog shit to me. Like even with HSR's abysmal events, when they do release events, they're usually quite solid. Like WuWa has amazing graphics, amazing animations. The power creep, obviously I've already mentioned all their predatory practices, but they do all those predatory practices so they can still profit without putting too much HP inflation and power creep, right? But like, how should I say this? HSR is like Naruto, right? And WuWa is like Demon Slayer. It's mostly just hype fights and aura, but the actual substance isn't all that crazy. Okay, saved. Yeah. I didn't want to compare HSR to One Piece because I think that's like kind of mean. I think it's better to do it like Naruto. And I don't think there's anything wrong with like preferring hype fights and aura. Like I'm someone who is a big fan of hype fights and aura. Everybody was shitting on solo leveling for winning anime of the year because of it just being hype fights and aura. But hey, I'm fucking down with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their own preferences. I guess that is true, Suffer. Yeah, really, same. Like, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Like, it's truly not Woowa slander. Like, Woowa's graphics and animations, especially as of recent for characters. Like, if you guys have seen, like, those Augusta combat animations, like, it's so good. Like, it's so fucking good, right? Like, HSR has better, animations, but HSR is a turn-based game, right? In the first place, it's unfair because they can literally make like, well, summon a black hole, then have Cthulhu come through it, Apophis from Egyptian mythology, right? Have Ra shine the sun down, and it would all be fine because it's turn-based. But like for an open world like live action game, it's really fucking good. Like, it's so fucking good, man. The problem is, I don't play WuWa for substance. Like, I only play it for that. Like, the animations, the designs. Like, that's it, right? I don't play it for, like, lore. I don't play it for the events. Hollows are just a personal achievement, I guess, that you can do, but most people will just skip out on because it's just a headache, right?
I will walk to the end.
HSR is a turn-based game, so WuWa animations can't be that good. Excuses BS. Well, I'm not saying their animations can't be that good. I'm just saying that, like, trying to catch up to HSR animations is difficult. Like, in my opinion, they already proved with Cartethia that they can compete with like HSR level of animations, but then Phanon released like a patch later, and it's like what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do against those Phanon animations? But if they continuously keep improving like they have been, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we get a character in WuWa who may be on the level of like Phanon's animations. However, that's a stretch. Understand that's a bit of a stretch, right? Attacker speed boots. What set should you farm for Saridra? I have two pieces, two-piece attack. But does anything else work for her? Anything better? Also, what stats? Um, I believe Saridra does run speed. I do believe she does. Not attack boots. Ideally, really? I feel like a lot of gameplays I've seen have been using Saridra speed boots. Let me see. Saridra Phanon. Give me a second. I just want to make sure like other people do the same thing. I mean, I guess with Phanon, okay. I think I'm thinking of Anoxa. I know with Anoxa, I think you always use speed boots. Maybe with Phanon, it's you use attack, since you don't need to be constantly refreshing it like all that much. Let me see real quick. I'm getting ads because I don't have YouTube Premium.
My childhood musings are so naive.
Nope. They do run speed boots even with Phanon. They still run speed boots. I think speed boots is recommended across everything. Let me see from an actual notable zero cycler. Uh, it seems like for zero cycles you use attack boots. I think that's how this goes. Zero cycles attack boots, and then anything not a zero cycle uses speed boots.
I will walk to the end, your wills, no matter the cost.
Who should I replace for Saridra, Tingyun, or Branya? Probably Tingyun.
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
Branya is pretty solid on that team, so I want to get rid of her. Really? Yeah. Wait, Wilson, who are you using with your Phanon? Are you using like Sunday plus Branya? Like, no matter what, you'd prefer Branya. Like, Sunday and Branya are Phanon's best in slot harmony supports. Like, aside from Saridra. Can't Ting Yun give more energy? Yes, but Ting Yun can't give action advance, while Branya can. And Branya also has better buffs. And especially if you have her E2, you can increase Phanon speed too. So, there's that. Sunday, Branya, and Ting Yun? Yeah, you'd get rid of Ting Yun. Like, the best sustainless team for Phanon in the entirety of the game is Sunday, Branya, Saridra. Oh, 5-star team, nice. I mean, you don't need to run it with all of them, but yeah, it's best in slot. At E0, at E2 Sparkle, I think you need, yeah, you need E2 Sparkle though, which is like, let's all be honest, who the fuck is pulling E2 Sparkle in this day and age? Let's all be honest, right? None of us. Me, I did. Look at all these fools in my chat. Should I skip Ceredra for preservation? Don Hung. Uh, Don Hung is currently leaked as free, Wilson, but Ceredra will still be best in slot for Phanon no matter what over any other options by over 20%. If you already have E2 Phanon, going for Ceredra can be understandable, and it allows you to remove Branya and put her somewhere else if you need her somewhere else. They didn't say he's free. If they announce he's free, it'll be in the next live stream and not the current one. Like the leakers, like it's not only one leaker, by the way. Every single reliable leaker is saying physical preservation character is going to be free. Terravox is going to be free. And we just got drip marketed a physical preservation Don Hung. So it's basically guaranteed unless they change it. Thank you, Wilson. Take care. Good luck on your date. You like the new Siren design? Uh, it's cool. I've never played High 3, so I don't mind like the whole Elysia thing because it's pretty new to me. And it looks unique. It looks cool. Like I genuinely have no issues with it. The only thing that pisses me off about Cyrene is just the territory shit. That's it. Because like as someone who isn't like giga casual, I'm gonna be pulling basically only main push DPSs 90% of the time because they're always the best value. So if they continue if they continue giving main push DPSs territories, I'm literally never gonna get use out of Cyrene. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I hope they do something with Cyrene to make her like semi work with territories. Otherwise, I legit might just skip, bro. I legit might just skip. Like that's crazy to say for my main account, but like the more I think about it, my main team is gonna be Phanon that can't use Cyrene, and then after that, I'm planning to get Sparkle or Yai Sakura. Yai Sakura is probably gonna be the Annie unit. So if she has a territory, then my two main DPS teams can't even fucking use Cyrene. Like, crazy words from the Eon of Folding. I mean, my other two accounts would pull Cyrene, though. It's only my main account, because I already full went in for Phanon. Like, my Cassie account, I could still go for Cyrene, because I don't have a solidified second team. Same goes for my Anoxa account. But this main account is like, it's so set in terms of Phanon vertical investment. I don't even need to worry about Phanon anymore. Like, it's done. I have E2 with E1 S1 Sunday, E1 Robin, and upcoming Don Hung. I just don't need anything more. You know what I'm saying? So I can just wait till Yai Sakura. You would use Cyrene for my day then? No, I might not pull Cyrene at all if she doesn't work with main push DPSs. Because, like, no offense, there is 0 point in me further investing in my day by the time we're at 3.7. Especially if Constance is going to be a break support for the upcoming Elation path. Because I care more about Yai Sakura, like, game meta wise and shit. And Yai Sakura is almost guaranteed to be one an Annie character and two break. Because there's a DU buff where if you have ice or lightning break, it like buffs it, right? And obviously nobody in this game has ice or lightning break. Those are the most likely elements for Yai Sakura. So, you know what I'm saying? Watch them pull a Sunday Casterus for Sakura. It depends on what Constance does. And even if they do, I wouldn't mind it too much. Because, like, for example, a lot of people don't know this. Something you can do with Cassie, like specifically E1 Sunday, right? But use E1 Sunday with Cassie and give Cassie higher speed so that she only gets 20% crit rate instead of 32% from Poet, since Sunday's already giving 20 anyways. And this means you're only technically at a 2% crit rate loss compared to running RMC. And because of the better speed tuning, Sunday can outdo RMC. Like, he does outperform it if you speed tune it correctly. So,
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
Prisma Ilya. Oh. Yeah, I think I know what that is, yeah. Only because of art, though. Kuro is my goat. What, like WuWa Kuro? Nice, Everly. I mean, that's understandable. Don't need to care about meta all that much. At the end of the day, I like talking about meta because it's just fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just fun. The theory crafting, possible team synergies, but you'll notice I'm incredibly lazy when it comes to be like meta when I actually play in game because I just want to get it over with. Theorizing is a lot more fun than actually farming the relics and learning how to play it. Trying to act like you don't know. I did say I know. I've never watched like the show, but I've seen art on Twitter of the characters. That's why I said that. The only Fate I've watched is the old Stay Night. That's it. Fate with Saber, yeah.
I will walk to the end with your wills, no matter the cost.
Mm, mm. Oh, really, Neo? I also posted like a lot of people need to understand. I haven't watched anime or like I did. I watched one or two seasons of Nagatoro like a month ago, and that was my first time watching anime in years. So I got recommended like this girl from an anime called Gushing Over Magical Girls from TikTok edits. It was like a trend for a while. I posted her, and people actually thought I watched the anime. They're like, "Bro, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh, this." I'm like, "Bro, I haven't seen this shit, bro." Like, I just gooned. I saw her once on a TikTok trend, and I just gooned. Like, it is what it is at the end of the day. Bro should watch Madoka Magica. I've seen a lot of like weird, like, is it, what's the word for it? Creepy pastas of like Madoka Magica girls turning into like evil incarnations of like whatever the fuck. I wonder if a gacha player who's never seen any anime exists and just plays the games for the gambling, that'd be based. I think I've actually seen this before. I remember seeing someone under a post of like something gacha related and then making fun of people for being like losers for watching anime and shit. I think I've seen it once in my life. Oh yeah, I think it was for ZZZ. I think it was a ZZZ player. Bullshit. I know someone who played FGO because they saw feet art. Understandable. I'm not too big of a feet guy personally. It's kind of like something that's just there basically. But like I think people got the wrong idea with me. Isn't like anywhere near my top favorite characters in like WuWa. Like she's not really there. Like what because of the feet stuff. Like I think she has like one of the most goonable designs, but even I am able to differentiate between goon and like actual enjoyment. Fraud Sparkle enjoyer. I just like Sparkle because of Sparkle, not because of like feet stuff. It's not something I hate, but it's not something I particularly like. Is like the best way I'd put it. I'm neutral on it. It makes no difference to me. Are you an armpit guy? No. I'm it's getting late, so I need a sleep type of guy. So with that being said, appreciate you all stopping by. Your boy is gonna finally get some rest. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night.